And a glimpse inside the locker room. Players' final few moments to prepare for the game and the task ahead. The activity in front of the Brooklyn Museum, not too far from our setting today here at the Barclays Center. Hello, basketball fans. You've got it on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you an exciting NBA basketball game. With Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. And joining us on the sidelines, another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. And now a chance to take a look at some numbers for Butler.
He's been playing a much bigger role in their offense over the past 5 games. It comes across in his usage rate, which has gone up during that stretch. We'll see if they continue to lean on him here tonight.
Now it's sent it down to David Aldridge, standing by from the sidelines. David?
Well, the Brooklyn Nets returned to relevance last season after their ill-fated 2013 trade with Boston cost them years of first-round draft picks. D'Angelo Russell was their first All-Star in half a decade, and in 2019 they made the playoffs. You've got to give credit to this front office for building a roster without a lot of top picks. Kevin?
Really making the most of not having much to work with. Thank you, D.A.
The Nets had to be so judicious and so smart with every move they made because they did not have top draft selections. So you have to use cap space to acquire picks. They had to find sleepers in the draft. They had to find players who were probably undervalued and then develop those players. This is an organization that used every tool at their disposal.
So the opening lineup for the Heat, they've got Jimmy Butler. Myers Leonard is out there with Adebayo, and it's Okpala in at the 3. And for the Nets, Irving and LeVert are at the 1 and 2. Durant is out there with Wilson Chandler, and it's Jordan in at the 5 spot. Now, here is Irving.
Yes, sir.
11 feet away, and the jumper is on the mark. And Doris, the Nets showed they could manufacture a rebuild.
Kevin, what the Nets did was not easy, but to me it shows you exactly how critical quality front office personnel is to the success of an organization, and the Nets were on point throughout the process.
Chandler down low. It's rebounded by Okpala. Here's Nunn. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Unselfishness can be infectious. Terrific teamwork.
We're about 1 minute into the first. And it's Irving with the ball for the Nets. And this is their first time matched up with this year's Heat team.
And although they were the better team last year by overall record, this was a competitive matchup for them.
Here's Miami now. Here's Butler, and slam dunk by Butler.
Well, I'll tell you this, Jimmy Butler has got some power in his finishing ability. That's pretty.
For Brooklyn, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Pass to LeVert. He kicks it to Chandler. Puts it up from 12. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
What about the intensity? Go ahead, Mr. Jordan. We see you working out there.
Outside Butler. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter.
Oh, just a picture-perfect alley-oop. You gotta love that one, Kevin.
A little surprised, Greg. He didn't go for the big slam, but it works just the same. The Nets have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Passes it to Chandler. It's rebounded by Leonard. For Miami, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. And now the fast break, Irving with the ball. And it's good off the back of the rim and in.
You have to respect the in-between game of Kyrie Irving. Straight up. Yeah, that's how you have to play this guy. You got to play him up and be balanced.
Here's Nunn. Pass to Okpala. Dishes it to Butler. Shot clock at 6. That shot missing. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with Boston.
That final score really caught a lot of people off guard. I think we would have to quantify that one as an upset.
Oh, I don't think there's any doubt. They came in as the favorite, seemed to lose their confidence down the stretch, started to play tight, and let that one slip away.
And so it's Irving. He brings it up for the Nets. Trailing by 2. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. The 3 from KD. Let's keep it alive. Tries again. And the rejection by Leonard. LeVert, the offensive rebound. Jordan. They had a number of cracks at it, but came away empty-handed. The Heat have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Down low. Here's Leonard. Rebounded by the Nets. Chandler with the ball. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. And here is Irving. Left side Durant. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Back to Butler. Fires the 3. Another shot. The shot missing. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it. Leonard looking over the floor. Miami no good on that time either.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Now here is Irving. Defense is right there. That's miss number 3 for him. Now 2 for 5 from the floor. And Bam Adebayo. He just plays with so much energy when he's on the floor.
Boy, he is ferocious on both ends of the floor. Great energy player who can finish in the paint with the best of them. Very quick on his feet and can cover a lot of ground for a player his size.
Now here's Durant. He's coming off a 34-point game against Boston.
Yeah, a terrific defensive effort along with that. 4 blocks on the game. Huge lift defensively for them.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game. While adjusting to the NBA game for this latest class of rookies, Doris. Always growing pains, a feeling out process. It's always interesting to watch that being put together.
There are, Kev. There always seem to be a couple of welcome to the NBA moments as a rookie. Certainly you might take your lumps here and there, but this is a talented young group. Can't wait to see what they do.
I can't either. Here's none. Covered by Irving. LeVert against Butler. Here's none. And that one goes long.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
This has not been a good period for this guy. Out of sync, not letting the game come to him. He's got to settle down and make shots.
In transition, here come the Nets. The shot by Chandler, wide open. Second shot opportunity. It's rebounded by Leonard.
Boy, that's too easy to miss, but somehow he finds a way to do it.
Trying to get open is Adebayo. And Butler gets it to go. Butler's got 6.
Well, Jimmy Butler is a gifted offensive player. On that particular instance, a nice interior score.
Brooklyn's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Irving finds Durant. From 12 feet out, it's rebounded by Leonard. Leonard's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Butler, and there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And the foul goes against Brooklyn.
Well, how about Jimmy Butler, guys, and the commitment to becoming a legit star in this league? Think about coming out of Marquette without a reputation to now one of the toughest covers in the league. Incredible story.
First one falls for him. Maybe not the biggest name in free agency, but Jimmy Butler, definitely a star player on the market.
A handful of teams were very interested in him, expressed interest in playing for Miami, and got his wish via sign and trade. We'll see if he can make them a contender in the East.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Allen's checked in for Chandler, and Dinwiddie subbed in for LeVert. And you look at Jimmy Butler. Goes about 6'8", about 230 pounds. Great size on the wing.
And he keeps himself in tip-top shape. His strength, one thing I'm not sure the casual fan even recognizes.
And Miami making a change here. Hero's checked in. Now, here is Irving. 17 points in his last outing. There's the pass to Dinwiddie. The kick out to Irving. Just 4 to shoot. And again, no good by Brooklyn.
And you know what? He's just not on his game. No doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team. And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. Nets trail by 6. Outside, KD. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
If you don't do your work early and push DeAndre Jordan a little bit out of his comfort range, look out.
To the middle, here's Johnson. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And with this summer signing of Jimmy Butler, the Miami Heat demonstrating they still can lure star talent to South Beach.
The Heat back on the rise. The Butler signing sets the stage for the summer of 2021 when they should have the cap space to sign another max player.
The first one falls.
And for the Nets, team dinners, you go to their practice facility, a beautiful rooftop space for team gatherings. Building chemistry is a focus for this franchise.
And that's not surprising, Greg, given that their front office is part of the San Antonio Spurs tree, so to speak. So staying connected as teammates, especially valuable in today's NBA. Love the culture here.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. For the Heat, their last game, a loss to Golden State. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Here's Dinwiddie. And it's off from three-point range. Here's Hero. Up and in on the layup.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Now here's Dinwiddie. 8 points his last outing. Harris outside. Dinwiddie against Dragic. The layup off target. The Heat leading by 8. And it's Miami with another. Net shooting in the early going here. Pretty dreadful. 22%. Prince outside. Pass to Jordan. Harris outside. Back to Jordan. 5 to shoot. Here's Prince. No good on that one. Some solid defense from Johnson. And it's Dragic bringing up the ball for the Heat. It's a 10-point game. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And last year, a bit of a pivot for Justice Winslow in terms of his game. Found one of the better ways he could contribute to the team is through his developing playmaking skills.
First free throw is good. And for Winslow, he filled in at the point when Dragic was injured last season.
And Winslow looked really comfortable in that playmaking role. We know he struggled with his shooting, but when he can contribute with his passing, it adds another layer to his game.
That one is no good.
Man, they are just living at the line.
Dinwiddie wide open. Misses off the right iron.
Well, the defense flat out awful right there, and he couldn't punish them for their mistake.
Winslow against Prince. Passes to Dragic. And it's sent back by Allen.
Wow, Jared Allen twice on the pipe. Send it back, young sir.
Dinwiddie outside. And here's Prince outside. Nets with the new shot clock. Here's Jordan. And at last, they get one to fall. Jordan's got it back down to single digits for the Nets. Here's Dragic. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. To the inside. It's stolen by Allen. And, oh, here we go. Prince has got it. The fast break chance. And it's Miami with the rebound. And moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Warriors.
Well, they couldn't buy a bucket at times, and that's frustrating, and that game was not their friend.
Well, Greg, I thought the striking thing was how little offense they generated. It doesn't matter how stout your defense is when you play that poorly on the offensive end.
Doris, you've said this often. It is incredibly difficult to compare guys of different positions in different eras, isn't it?
It really is. There's so many discussions about who's the GOAT, who's the greatest of all potential time. And there are certain names that are always going to pop to the top of the list, LeBron James. But it's very difficult to me, say, to compare a Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, one of the greatest to ever man the center position, had the impossible to check sky hook. But how do you compare him with LeBron James, who, though he is, and I don't know what position he is, he may be the greatest passer in the history of the league. Like, let's enjoy individual greatness without comparison.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter, just served him up, and just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. 1:44 left to play in the first quarter. Dinwiddie passes to Jordan. Back to Dinwiddie. The Nets need to get a shot off here. Fades away. He can't get that one to fall. And it's Miami the other way. And it's Johnson with the jam.
There is an imagination, a creativity. This guy's passing drives the offense.
Here's Harris. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. And it's Jordan to top the key. The dish now to Dinwiddie. Off target from outside.
Boy, what a nightmare quarter for this guy. He's playing right into the hands of the defense at this point.
Dragic gets the bucket.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
.46 seconds left here in the opening quarter. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Harris dishes to Jordan. Kicks to Dinwiddie. Over Dragic. And the Nets miss again.
I'll tell you, a rough quarter for him, and that puts so much pressure on the guys around him.
Johnson, the pass to Olynyk. Over Jordan. Allen with the rebound. Here's Karuch. Lobs it up for Jordan. Out of bounds. Miami takes possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
6 seconds left in the first. Here's Hero. And oh, he hits the buzzer beater.
Big time shot to beat the buzzer there. My goodness.
Well, that's the perfect end to the quarter for them. You have no idea how much of an effect those buzzer beaters can have on a team's momentum.
Jimmy Butler has been on display for Miami. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And Kevin Durant talked about his teammates and the versatility this roster has.
I like our depth. I like that we could play, we can play big, we can play small, we can match up with a lot of different teams. And it's just a matter of us going out there and playing consistent basketball. It's easier said than done. But we like where we are right now. We just got to continue to keep getting better.
It's clear KD is very happy playing with this group of guys.
That's why he signed here. But you can bet Durant is going to be leading the charge.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And quite a position here for the Heat to be in. What do you guys think?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
And why wouldn't they, Greg? You see their effectiveness in the open floor. Very difficult to slow down.
Caruth is out there with Allen. Then there's Harris. Then it's Jordan. And it's Dinwiddie in at the 1 spot. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Jimmy Butler has made several all-star teams, but he remains single-minded in pursuit of his bigger goal. Butler said, "I just want to win a championship. That's all that matters. I didn't do it in high school, didn't do it in college. If I don't win it here, then I'll go to the 50 and over league someday. But I got to win a championship at some stage." Kevin?
I like that attitude. Thank you, D.A.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Outside Jordan. Dinwiddie against Dragic. That one goes. Count it. Dinwiddie's got his first points of the game.
What a pretty look. DeAndre Jordan, to have that kind of touch on your passing, such a quality piece for a big man.
Here's Hero. He's got 5. Heat moving the ball around. Now here's Winslow. Not a lot of room. You know, Doris, I know your style of play at Providence was one of aggressiveness, a lot of instinct, a lot of smarts, great skill. But I think you also have an appreciation for the players that are real scrappy on the floor.
What I love, Kevin, are guys who can influence the game without having incredible offensive skill. So a guy like Patrick Beverley, so a little bit undersized, but would you like to have that guy pick you up at 94 feet, be in your grill and in your face like he gives no quarter, he gives no concessions? If he were checking Kevin Harlan, my goodness, you'd have a long night.
That would be a torture chamber. I agree with you. Now, here's LeVert. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against Boston. A nice shot by Irving.
You know, what you love about Kyrie is that he's always prepared to shoot when he is roaming in space.
Here's Nunn. 17-point game. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That is his first foul of the game. Durant's checked in for Rodions Kurucs. Here's Nunn. Out to the right wing. Here's Okpala. Misses the 3. The Nets have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. KD passes to LeVert. Here's Nunn. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on Kyrie Irving. For Miami, they have gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances. And the first one at the line is good.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
Both good from the line that time. Quarter two and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Outside, KD. The feed to Allen. Miami grabs the miss. Leonard's got his 5th rebound in this one. There's the lob to the hoop, and Adebayo throws it down.
Well, terrific floor awareness from the crafty swingman. Jimmy Butler playing the role of facilitator.
Nets trail by 21. Irving looking for an opening. Pass to LeVert. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist.
Such a boost to this offense when this guy can knock down uncontested threes.
Here's Nunn. The pass to Adebayo. To the right side. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Butler. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Butler's got 10.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Now Irving. He's got 7. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Outside Durant. Count it.
I'll tell you, very few players are as smooth and as easy as Kevin Durant is on the move. He just glides around the floor.
Here's Nunn. Feeds it to Butler. And the call will be against Karis LeVert. That's foul number 2 for him.
And still early in the period, and they're only 1 foul away from being over the limit.
Now here's Butler. He's coming off a 16-point game against Golden State.
Well, they're winning largely because of this guy's play. He has been sensational.
Irving with it. Lays it up and banks it in. Irving's got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, this is one of the best in the league at converting off contact. What body control by Kyrie Irving.
Here's Nunn, covered by Irving. Nunn passes to Adebayo. Here's Okpawa. Offensive rebound, and Adebayo throws it down.
And, you know, it's one thing to get the offensive rebound, but then how about the loud bucket he's able to convert?
He was in perfect position under the hoop, Greg. You're right. Once he gets his hands on the miss. And the Nets with possession here. Following the score by Miami. Pass to LeVert. Allen outside. Launches a 3. It's hauled in by the Heat.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
And it's Butler missing.
Great rim protection to prevent him from converting. Beautiful. Boy, picking Jared Allen, number 22, back in 2017 has paid off for the Nets. This guy is proven already in his early 20s to be an NBA caliber starting center.
Here's Okpawa after the made shot from KD. And a wide open look for Irving. A three-pointer, no good.
Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed.
None. The rebound by the Nets. Allen's got 6 rebounds here tonight. And Jared Allen grew up in the Austin area and played near his home at the University of Texas.
Yeah, Kev, just one season with the Longhorns. He really came into the league considered a project. But boy, his development is truly ahead of schedule.
And a one-year player at Texas, Jared Allen came into the league as a bit of a project. He's got ample playing time to develop in Brooklyn.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Allen. And Greg, safe to say Allen's defense is ahead of his offense.
Yeah, but his mobility and leaping ability serve him well as a finisher, providing that vertical spacing teams like to have inside.
The Nets making a switch here. Prince is checked in. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. Doris, we've both been very public in our admiration for LeBron, the face of the league, for so many years. When he retires, and we're approaching that date, who do you think might step up and take his place as the face of the NBA?
Well, probably the most likely candidate is the new and reigning MVP, and that's Giannis Antetokounmpo, who is an absolute physical force. He's put on 50 pounds. He's getting more and more skilled. When he adds that three-point shot as a consistent weapon and gets to an in-between game, he will be impossible to guard. Kawhi Leonard, you know, he is now sort of taking over as a multi-time winner of the Finals MVP, and certainly a player guys want to play with. So just a couple of possibilities there, Kev.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. Nets trail by 19. And here's LeVert, who provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. Here's Nunn, the 17-footer. Falls through. He's now made 2 of 4.
A nice job taking what the defenders gave him. These guys need a gut check right now.
Well, simply stated, simply not enough effort, not enough attention to detail. They've gotten run over this evening.
For 3, Durant, and no good. The Heat go the other way with it. Now here's Butler. 12 points for him.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Now Irving. Prince outside. Passes it to LeVert. He dishes it to Allen. Just 5 to shoot. Irving for 3. Connects from three-point range. Irving's got 12 points in the game.
That's his second bucket from range this quarter after hitting none in the first.
Pass to Okpala. Down low, deflects the pass. Here's Prince, and that one is hammered home.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
Here's Butler. Allen with the rebound. Allen's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. And it's Prince penetrating. Got a piece of it, and they're able to recover. Allen in the post. Adebayo on him. Irving, good.
As soon as Kyrie Irving crosses half court, you have got to guard him, and you've got to be balanced because this guy is an effective, dominant offensive presence.
And the Heat call time here.
Yeah, things not going their way, and he wants to just try to talk this one over.
Well, night in and night out, sometimes it's a battle of runs. Who has the most?
So for the Nets, DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Jared Allen. Joe Harris comes in for Kevin Durant. And Spencer Dinwiddie subbed in for Karis LeVert. Now here's Dragic. He's got 6. Now the pass to Hero. Adebayo with the ball. Dinwiddie covering. Adebayo kicks to Dragic. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And the veteran Goran Dragic still producing late in his career. Not the force he once was, but always a source of playmaking and scoring.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And take a look at what he's been able to do at the free throw line. 82% more than acceptable.
First one falls for him. Well, you look at the career of Dragic, Greg, he's always been a scoring point guard.
Yeah, and as Dragic has aged, he has learned to lean more and more on his outside shot. Even when his first step and speed start to falter,
he'll find ways to put up points.
That one misses.
And Dragic came into the NBA with something on his resume that not many other rookies have. He has a ring from winning the Slovenian Pro League the year before he came to America.
The Heat leading by 16. Here's Hero, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two.
Yeah, easy call.
Doris, you've accomplished so much in your award-winning career. What was your first experience in broadcasting?
Kevin, my first experience was I left coaching and they put Providence College women's basketball on radio. That was the first ever game I got to call. It was so cool. Tell me yours. What was the very first? Did you study this? How did you get into broadcasting?
I did. Our high school had a radio station, and the first basketball broadcast was underneath the bleachers, looking through popcorn boxes and legs of the people that were standing in the bleachers so that I could see the court from the baseline.
Amazing.
Because that's where the telephone cables were to plug in our equipment. And
wow.
I was 16 years old.
Incredible.
Remember it very well.
Incredible.
Very well. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. And it's Harris with the ball for the Nets. They trail by 18. Inside, Johnson with the block. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Johnson. Pass to Karuch. Six to shoot. Harris outside. Poked loose. Passes to Hero. Dragic controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And without looking at the scoreboard, you think they were the team trailing and trying to fight their way back.
Harris outside. Pass to Dinwiddie. Over Adebayo. Here's Jordan. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket. Jordan's got 8.
Well, that's interesting. Out in space, the defender challenging DeAndre Jordan's shot. Makes some contact, but it doesn't bother him.
Now, here's Dragic. 9 points in the game so far. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
Greg, to me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
Here's Dinwiddie. After the made shot from Goran Dragic for 3, Harris. Rebound by the Heat. Adebayo's got 8 rebounds in this game. The Heat leading by 20. And it's Dragic off the drive. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
Boy, every time he goes up now, it just looks like the shot's going in. He's perfect from the field in this quarter.
Brooklyn's gotten fond of that 3-point shot here in the second quarter. 4 of 9. And there's the pass to Prince. Dinwiddie with it. A floater. It's hauled in by the Heat. Adebayo's got 9 rebounds now tonight. And there's the call on DeAndre Jordan. That's his 3rd foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2. No good on that one.
He does a great job of drawing contact and getting himself to the line, something he didn't do in the first period.
Kelly Olynyk's checked in for Miami. And for Brooklyn, they're shooting a low 30% right now. An ugly offensive performance. Harris finds Dinwiddie. 43 seconds left in the first half. Here's Karuch. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It goes on Justice Winslow.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
And second-round pick Kurucs ended up starting most of last season for the Nets as a rookie.
Well, think about it. Back in Europe, this guy was playing limited minutes for Barcelona. Some said they were trying to hide him from NBA scouts. But there is no question he is on everyone's radar now, Kev.
And he knocks down the first one. Kurucs was the 40th pick and wasn't expected to contribute, Greg, in year one, but his strong play as a rookie has helped rescue a Nets team that was teetering on the brink with the loss of Karis LeVert.
You know, they had guys who could shoot, and they had guys who could defend, but no one who could do both. Kurucs can hit open threes, and with that 7'2" wingspan, a factor defensively.
Here's Dinwiddie. The Heat getting the bucket. Pass to Harris. There's 21 seconds left in the first half. Back to Dinwiddie. Just 5 on the clock. The 9-footer's on the mark. Dinwiddie's got his second basket.
I'll tell you, it's hard to deal with Dinwiddie that close to the rim. You cannot mess with his concentration.
Here's Olynyk. Good D by Jordan.
And you know, you can't impact a shot that close any better than he did on that possession.
Boy, whether he blocks it or simply alters it, the result is pretty much the same.
And that one misses.
Well, when DeAndre Jordan is engaged, this guy is flat out a difference maker. He understands how to play to his strengths.
And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time. He gets it up. He can't hit that time. And so it's Miami cruising into the quarter break with a 22-point lead. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. James, you came out and you were really productive. In fact, the whole bench was productive.
Yeah, of course. You know, that's what the second unit is for. We go hard in practice. We know we can play with the best of them, and we just want to give our first guys the first group a lift.
You certainly did, James. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. The first half mercifully coming to a close. I'm Ernie Johnson. Kenny's here. Shaq is here. Goran Dragic has been the story in this one. He had 13 points, 2 assists, and 1 rebound. Kenny, let's start with you. What'd you think about the Heat?
Well, shooters were popping open right and left. Exceptional ball movement. Guys racing off screens, spotting up, knocking down shots. That's the way you play basketball unselfishly, and it was superb, and they exploited all the weaknesses of the defense.
And over to Shaq. What do you think about Brooklyn?
Well, first of all, as cold as they've been from the floor, I can't say I'm surprised by the score. You cannot shoot the ball that poorly and expect to be in the game, Ernie. They need better ball movement. If their offense stays this stagnant, they could forget about a comeback.
And that's all we have for now. Tell the folks goodbye, Shaq. Tell the folks goodbye,
Goodbye.
Kenny. Goodbye. Go to Kevin Harlan.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. You look at Kyrie Irving in this game, he has been everywhere.
What a menace he was on defense through the first 2 quarters, just disrupting everything.
Well, it was about effort and anticipation. Hard to get into an offensive rhythm when you know this guy is lurking.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Here's who Eric Spoelstra is starting the second half with. They've got Adebayo. He's out there with Myers-Leonard. And it's Butler in at the shooting guard position. A 3-ball. Good on the 3-point shot. Butler's got 15.
Jimmy Butler is a problem for this defense. Right now, they've got nothing for him. Go ahead, GB. Do some work.
Outside Irving for three, Durant, but they get it back.
And I just love how he's banging down low. His hard work will let them use some more of the clock here.
Tries yet again. Rebound by the Heat.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy. Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Here's LeVert to the paint, and they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first four here in the third.
And after spending his first NBA decade with the Clippers, DeAndre Jordan bounced around last season, remains a supreme athlete and rebounder, though, at that center position.
Free throw good, Jordan. And a nightly double-double threat is DeAndre Jordan, but some dissatisfaction with his play last season. Greg, why was that?
Well, I felt like his impact has tailed off just a bit from his peak with the Clippers. Sometimes the great athletes have more of an adjustment as they enter their 30s.
And on the way from Irving for three.
Yeah, the offense scuffling a bit to start this second half. Only one for the first five.
Fires from deep. Miami with a new 14. Butler misses in close. And so it's Durant with it. He'll bring it up for the Nets. And after this game wraps up, they're off to Atlanta, where they'll take on the Hawks. And that'll be the first of a two-game road trip for him.
Guys, Kyrie Irving stronger than he looks, absorbs the contact and still converts.
Well, a lot of rough times for Irving in his final year with the Celtics. Opted out, and obviously Greg wanted a change.
And quickly zeroed in on Brooklyn as a destination. His time in Boston had clearly come to an end by the finale of last season. Now joins up with a new stacked team in Brooklyn.
Well, this guy, Kyrie Irving, just so reminiscent of his idol, Kobe Bryant. He is one of the cold-blooded scorers in the game, an absolute torture for a defender to guard.
Here's Nunn. He's got 8. Pass to Adebayo. And they double up Butler. 4 on the clock. Here's Nunn. Hits the three-point bomb. Nunn's got 11 points. And, you know, Doris, for both Kyrie and Kobe, each had an urge to step out on his own, you know, to put their fingerprints on a team.
No doubt, Kevin. For Kobe, it was Shaq. For Kyrie, it was LeBron. And think about last season. Kyrie actually called LeBron to apologize. But let's not kid ourselves, right? He is most comfortable in the starring role.
So it's Miami now. After the three-pointer from KD. Nunn passes to Adebayo. Lets it fly. Durant with some nice D.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
Chandler scanning the floor. No good that time.
And the timing just not there on that attempted alley-oop.
Just a missed connection, and it happens. I'm sure they will go back to it if given the opportunity.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Kenny Atkinson, who's a native of Long Island, now has his dream job, coaching the Brooklyn Nets. Now, he doesn't need praise or recognition. Instead, he's fueled by the fear of failure. He says, I always feel like I'm one banana peel away from never being in the NBA again. And Kevin, he's got his team playing with that same determination.
David, he sure does. Thank you very much. Launches it. Jordan with the rebound. Nets trail by 21. Durant finds Irving. And he gets the bucket. Irving's got 20 points.
Well, Irving has been in attack mode all night. This guy is comfortable from any spot on the floor.
Here's none. He's covered by Irving. Jordan against Leonard. Butler goes in, and that's collected by DeAndre Jordan.
I'll tell you, it has not been this guy's best night, but the teammates have been there to pick up the slack. Love it.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Allen's checked in. Irving up top. 20 points for him. The quick look, no good that time. The Heat leading by 19 points. Pass to Nunn. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. In transition, here come the Nets. Durant's running. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Boy, just a great use of the pump fake by Irving to draw that defender into fouling him.
And this is his second trip to the line in the game.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
And he's good on the second.
The thing that maybe puts me in awe more than any other skill is the way Kyrie Irving can change gears. This guy has a variety of ways to attack and keep defenses off balance.
Here's Okpala. Adebayo passes to Okpala. And a miss there on the triple.
Well, this is the night you look at your teammates and tap them on the back and say, good job, because for him, he's been struggling all night. Well, more and more you see big men working on the outside shot, and this guy has one of the better ones in the league.
And here's Irving. Myers Leonard getting it to go from deep. Allen kicks to Durant. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Durant's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for Brooklyn. Here's Nunn. He's covered by Irving. To the wing right side. Here's Nunn. He's got 13. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Here's Durant. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. It's on Jimmy Butler.
And at this point, there simply is no doubt that Kevin Durant is one of the great shooters to ever play the game. The only question is just where on the all-time list will he land when we talk about the unstoppable scorer.
Spencer Dinwiddie's checked in for the Nets. That one falls, so he hits both of them. And with Durant, perhaps the most amazing part, he can have quiet nights, Greg, of 30-plus points.
Kevin, his scores are just so easy for him that you forget you aren't supposed to see 7-foot sharpshooters doing it. He can score from anywhere in any fashion and can hold his own with any player in history in terms of how unguardable he is. Oh, he had him spinning. He looks like he's dizzy after that crossover.
The Heat leading by 14. Dragic dishes to Olynyk, and it's sent back by Allen. And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession. Joe Harris is checked in for Wilson Chandler. Winslow's checked in for Miami. And here are the Heat now. Earlier in the game, they held a 25-point lead.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
This will make 4 trips to the line so far in the game. No good on the free throw. Second free throw, no good. And Kelly Olynyk is going to pick up the foul. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. The Nets have made 7 of their last 12 attempts at the line.
Well, think about Mr. Jared Allen. He was not the first family member to get picked in the NBA draft. Let's remember his dad taken by Dallas in the famous 1985 draft. His dad, however, would go on to have a playing career in Europe.
Now here's Olenek. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Clock at 6. To the middle. Here's Dragic. And just miss after miss right now. Nets trail by 12. Dinwiddie passes to Durant. And the jam by Kevin Durant.
Well, how about that floor awareness by Spencer Dinwiddie, getting his guys the basketball in great spots.
Dragic against Irving. Dragic the pass to Hero. Here's Johnson. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And that's what the pump fake's there for. Get your man off his feet and drive right around him.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far. Prince has checked in for Kevin Durant.
One shot.
And that one falls for Johnson. Nets have gotten half their shots to drop in the second half up to this point, going 7 of 14. Prince, marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Now here's Dragic, 13 points in the game. Here's Hero. Dinwiddie covering. Shot clock at 6. Over to the left wing. Shot's good by Hero. Hero's got 13.
Not shy from outside. There's no doubt about that. Spreading the floor and getting them up.
Nets trail by 14. Irving passes to Harris. Dinwiddie outside. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one's on Johnson. And the 6'6" point guard, Spencer Dinwiddie. Second-round pick of the Detroit Pistons in 2014. You know, Greg, they might have wished they held on to him.
One of the most improved players in our league. Last season, he signed that 4-year, $48 million extension from the Nets, rewarding his growth.
First free throw is good.
What we know unequivocally is Spencer Dinwiddie is far more than a terrific basketball player. Let's remember, he scored 1,400 on his SATs. His mom was a professor at USC, and there's something very special about being raised in an academic environment.
So he picks up just 1 from the line that time. And Doris, you talk about Dinwiddie's book smarts. His parents wanted him to attend Harvard.
Yeah, he chose instead, Kevin, to attend the University of Colorado, believing the Pac-12 would be a better stepping stone to the NBA. And think about it, even now, this guy not shy about challenging authority. He will keep his coaches on their toes.
And Kelly Olynyk is going to pick up the foul. That's his 3rd foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2. And that one falls for Allen. And Allen drops them both. And it's Dragic with the ball for Miami. Allen with the rebound. Allen's got rebound number 15 here tonight. Here's Irving. Here's Prince. And almost gets it to go, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And with the pause here, how about the stats for Winslow? He's putting up 9 points a game, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds. I mean, the numbers aren't bad on their own, but he knows that he can help this team in a bigger way.
And sometimes it comes down to the flow of the offense. One night it's your night, another night perhaps it's somebody else's.
And that one falls for Prince. And a four-year player at Baylor, Taurean Prince, something of a surprise lottery pick back in 2016. But, Greg, he's become a very valuable player.
You know, he's one of those two-way power wings that it seems every team wants. A dependable three-point marksman who holds his own defensively.
Dragic against Irving. No good from Dragic.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And what you love about his work defensively, the ability to challenge and change shots without fouling. Well, defensively, to me, you've got to do a better job communicating once the screen comes.
Now a timeout called by Miami.
And they're committing an awful lot of fouls here, and not of the good variety. You don't want to give up easy layups, sure, but it's been a non-stop parade to the foul line.
And the players on your screen now have been experts with the ball in their hands for the last 10 games, leading the small forward position in assists. Fifth on the list, Justice Winslow.
And these are some of the best teammates you're ever going to want. Very unselfish players at a position where you don't see a lot of offensive facilitating.
Well, you see plenty of that when any of these guys are on the floor. They're each very good at keeping their options open, trying to find the best possible shot on every trip, and no individual agendas. That's crucial.
Well, Heat leading by 3. Out to the right wing. Here's Hero. Dinwiddie covering. Now the pass to Olynyk. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Hero. Miami no good on that time either. Brooklyn's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them.
Boy, a clean, close look. What a missed opportunity.
And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Well, think about the Nets' Kenny Atkinson, a finalist last season for NBA Coach of the Year. This young coach got a well-deserved contract extension, and what I love is his team competes at a high level every night.
Shoot 2.
And he makes the first. And Doris, you think about how hard this Brooklyn team competes. I think they take right after their head coach.
I don't think there's any doubt, Kevin. Coach Atkinson is still willing to get on the court and jump into drills with his players. Let's remember, going back to the early days of his career, he was a player development coach. And before that, yes, he even played. That effort and willingness to break a sweat very much reflected in his group.
Now here's Dinwiddie. 7 points in the game, and that one drops.
Well, just tremendous body control by Spencer Dinwiddie, able to adjust to the defender's contact.
Here's Hero. There's 1:38 left in the third. Here's Dragic from outside. The rebound by Prince. Prince has got 4 rebounds in this game. Right side Irving. Plenty of space. Again, the Nets for 2.
There's no quitting this guy. He just gives you great effort, and he continues to give you great production.
Dragic looking for an opening. Pass to Hero. From past the arc. You can't get that one. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. There's the call on James Johnson. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. Brooklyn making some changes. Jordan, he's checked in for Jared Allen. And Caruth is subbed in for Irving. Heat also with a sub. Nunn's checked in.
Well, a little shaky from the line, and instead of putting them in front, he's only able to tie it up.
Here's Hero. Guarded by Harris. Hero passes to Olynyk. Here's Hero for the 3. Goes back up. Johnson can't hit.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
To have someone back there who can erase your mistakes. What a big-time asset defensively.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
Now here's Winslow. He has 5. The shot will not fall. There's 18 seconds left to play in the third. Here's Prince. Rebound by the Heat. Johnson's got 7 rebounds in the game. Can they get it? Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That one is off.
And he looks totally out of sorts here at the stripe. Those defenders aren't afraid at all to body him up and force him to earn his points at the line.
And here's LeVert. From deep three-point range, and the last second attempt does not go in for him. What a performance for Kyrie Irving. He has been the story for the Brooklyn Nets. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. And we'll be back with you shortly. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
We call that, Greg, putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. Setting the floor for the Nets. Inside, we got Prince and Jordan. Dinwiddie runs the point with LeVert flanking him. And it's Harris in at the 3 slot. Now, here's LeVert. Passes it to Dinwiddie. Prince in the corner. No good from outside.
Oof, rough shooting night tonight, but you can't fault him for the effort.
Winslow, the pass to Adebayo. Here's Hero. That's all good, and that's his 5th basket of the game. He's shooting 5 for 11 now.
Well, everyone's seeking those high percentage looks in the restricted area. Nicely done there.
Nets trail by 3. Pass to LeVert. Back to Dinwiddie. Outside Jordan. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. 6 on the shot clock. Dinwiddie with the bucket.
Well, when Spencer Dinwiddie puts his head down and goes to the contact, he is unafraid and fearless.
The Heat shooting around 41% on the night. There's the pass to Hero. And here's Adebayo. Over Prince. A rebound by the Nets. Prince has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Now here's LeVert. He's tightly guarded. For Miami, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Pass to Adebayo. Here's Hero. Here's Nunn. Out to the wing. This one for 3. It's hauled in by DeAndre Jordan. Jordan's got rebound number 19 now. Incredible board work. And it's LeVert missing. The Heat with the lead. Here's Nunn. Can't hit that one. Great D that time from Jordan. Prince kicks to Dinwiddie. Passes it to Jordan. That one falls, coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Dinwiddie's got his 4th assist in this one. Knocks it loose to the right side. Lets it go from deep. It's hauled in by DeAndre Jordan.
When you're not in rhythm with the 3-ball, why do you keep firing from there?
Prince's shot is good.
And you talk about fighting your way back into a game. They've shown a lot of grit in this comeback.
Yeah, to start off with so many mistakes and still now find a way where everything's working, it allows their momentum and confidence to continue to build.
Now a timeout called by Miami. Well, last season for sure, Greg, a bit of a journey for DeAndre Jordan as he went from the Mavericks to the Knicks before his free agency. Now he is a part of Brooklyn.
And both KD and Kyrie took pay cuts to get Jordan on board. Still a factor with his size and defense despite a lackluster year in 2019. Nets are hoping he can find his magic and be a force once again.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Kevin Durant comes in for Taurean Prince. And Wilson Chandler's subbed in for Harris. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Well, guys, during the last break, I listened to Eric Spoelstra address the team. He's pleased that they're getting consistent points in the paint. He said, in this league, it's not easy to do what you guys are doing. Let's just keep doing it until they stop us. Kevin?
Akpala. Miami no good on that time either.
He is just not taking smart shots out there, a pattern he has fallen into tonight.
Now LeVert. Some solid defense from Butler.
I'll tell you, even though he's not playing his best basketball, the team has played well and picked it up. I love it.
None, that's good.
And the D not really doing its job there. A little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint.
Dinwiddie with it. Outside Jordan. He kicks it to Dinwiddie. Lobs it up for Jordan. And here's the fast break.
Oh, he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open. Here now is Dinwiddie. Pass to LeVert. Inside, here's KD. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Now great to see KD back on the court. That heartbreaking moment where he went down in Game 5 of the 2019 Finals. Wow, so hard, Greg, to watch.
And KD clearly gave everything he had to try and win in the finals. Warriors fans appreciate his efforts. Softened the blow as he left for the Nets. The Warriors ownership already promising to retire Durant's number up in the rafters.
That free throw good from Durant.
I think Kevin Durant has proven he's all about winning. He's going to do whatever it takes. This guy is a gamer. He can meet the biggest moments, and he's willing to grind. I just love watching this guy go.
And both free throws good for Durant.
The way he's shooting free throws tonight, you simply don't want to put him there.
The Heat trail by 3. Here's Nunn. Dinwiddie with the steal. And stolen by Butler. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. Nunn, that's good. Nunn's got 11 points here in just the second half.
You know what? The switch has flipped, and he's in that proverbial zone right now, knocking down 3 of 4 here in the fourth.
The Nets have gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field. And the pass to Dinwiddie. It's Durant on the wing. He's feeling it. That one a little long. And so it's Butler with it. He'll bring it up for the Miami Heat. When this game is done, they'll be off to take on the Raptors. And that game will be game 2 of 3 straight on the road. To take the lead, Can't connect from short range. The Nets shooting under 40% all in all for the game. They grabbed their own miss. No good. For Miami, they've gone 5 of 11 from the field in the fourth quarter. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. And the foul called on Myers-Leonard. And that'll be his third foul so far. The Nets making a switch here. Irving's checked in. The Nets with the lead. On the wing, Chandler. Nets passing it around. Here's LeVert. Accurate with the jumper from the elbow.
That's just a feel that you have in the pick and roll game. Really good understanding of how to break the defense down by Karras.
Here's none. Covered by Irving. Leonard against Jordan. Pass to Okpala. Shot clock at 5. The Heat need to get a shot off. And it's Leonard missing.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
We call that a great contest. You know this is something he brings to the table, the ability to anchor your defense.
Now Butler. After the missed 3 from KD. Here's none. Fades. The shot by Adebayo, no good. Here's LeVert. Rebound by the Heat. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need the basket.
Go into the rack with energy. And the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
Yeah, and give him credit for taking advantage. In a close game, those are the types of plays that can swing things in your direction.
It's the Nets now, following the score by Miami. Pass to Irving. That's good, and it's LeVert with the assist. 27 points for Kyrie Irving.
Boy, you can really see the playmaking evolving. When Karis LeVert is hitting wide open teammates, it shows how special he can be.
Here's none. Adebayo down low. Defended by Durant. Leonard trying to break free. And it's sent back by KD. Butler against LeVert. Here's Jordan, and DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
There it is, guys. One of those effort plays that makes a big difference in the game.
And GA, it is definitely making a difference so far today.
No doubt. On the scoreboard, in the body language of the players, you can tell which team is in complete command.
Here's Adebayo. Following the bucket by the Nets. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's on Kevin Durant.
Shooting 2.
And the first one drops. And Miami making a change here. Heroes checked in. So he gets them both. Here's Irving. Outside Durant, wing shot on the way. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. Durant's got the lead up to 5 now for the Nets. Here's none. To the wing right side. Hero passes to Leonard. Over Jordan. Great D that time from Jordan.
And really, they've rebounded well all game long.
Brooklyn leading by 5. KD finds LeVert. Three-pointer. Brooklyn gets it back with the new shot clock at 14. That one drops for him.
When you think that this guy was so raw and so skinny coming into the league, now DeAndre Jordan brushing off these challenges with ease.
Now a timeout called by Miami.
Definitely not pleased with their rebounding at the defensive end. The number of putbacks they've allowed has been terrible. I'm sure that's what he's going to address during this timeout.
And now we've got a moment for our Jordan player of the game, DeAndre Jordan.
And as you'd expect, he's done most of his damage in that low block. I mean, that was the game plan, to get it to him in the paint and just let him go to work. And boy, has the big fella delivered. He has just killed them down low.
He doesn't take over games like this very much, but it's always possible. And when he does, here at home, these fans love it.
And they shot just over 30% in that first half. Not what they were looking for, obviously, but they're getting much better looks here since halftime and have brought that percentage up.
Here's Hero. Pass to Akpala. Again, the miss by the Heat.
Simply put, a bad shot, guys. They all know they can get a better look than that.
I think burn some clock if they want to.
And get a little breather as well.
Now here's Irving. He's guarded closely. And that one, good. And it's an 11-point Nets lead.
Boy, terrific read. Kyrie Irving understands what the defense is giving him and takes advantage.
A fader. The shot by Adebayo, no good. Brooklyn with the ball. They're on a 16-6 run. No good from Durant.
And, you know, he's a threat from deep, no doubt about it, but it just has not been there for him tonight. You might want to change your game plan a little bit offensively.
Free throw missing. And the second of two is good. That brings them to within 10.
They can't really afford to leave points at the line right now. He would have loved to cash in on each of those free throws and trim the lead even more.
Now here is Irving. Jordan finds Irving. Back to Jordan. 6 to shoot. The pass to LeVert. Again, the Nets for 2.
Ooh, that is a tough shot.
The Heat trail by 12. 1:07 left in the fourth quarter. The shot by Adebayo, no good.
After the strong first half, this guy has not been the same, and largely a no-show right here.
No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for Brooklyn.
Looking at both these teams, they're great rebounders, and on any given night, you might not know who would have the advantage on the board.
They made the most of those extra rebounds as well, Kevin.
And so that moves their record to 11 wins on the year.
And once it becomes official, this win gives them a nice confidence boost against this team. They'll face them twice more this season.
A very solid win indeed. And when you check out the box score, there were some great numbers for Jordan.
Well, I thought his best work was his pursuit of the basketball. He competed for every rebound, fought for position in the paint, and never stopped working. I love it.
Here's Irving. The Heat knocking down the tray. From about 16, nice spin off the left rim and in. And the Nets lead by 13.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Well, just terrific teamwork, GA. Each guy doing his part. You love what you're seeing from them tonight.
And you know, you can't impact a shot that close any better than he did on that possession.
Boy, whether he blocks it or simply alters it, the result is pretty much the same.
And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step in becoming a good team is your ability to win at home. And they really seem to revel in that opportunity, and this is what they came out to do.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. DeAndre, you guys were down early, but you came back. At what point did you take over the game?
I think we still came out a little flat at the beginning of the game, but, you know, we got ourselves together, gathered ourselves, and we know that, you know, in order to win games and championships, we have to come out and get stops. So that's what we did.
And that turned things around, DeAndre. Thank you. Kevin?
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, and the rest of our terrific crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you later.